Welcome back to another Wall Hangers 3 review. Today is episode 17. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
And together, we're Couch Talk. As always, we are anime viewers only, no source material. We're going to discuss the episode, or what's thereof, and then we're going to give our scores at the end.
Yeah, I'm ready. I guess I'm ready.
So yeah, 90% of this episode is pretty kind of, it's a wall.
They're literally okay.
With Kirito and Alice.
This episode felt to me ridiculous. First of all, at the end of last episode, the wall, blows up, they fall out, and the wall repairs itself. It feels like it forced them into this situation just so, Kirito can be, kind or, caring or whatever you want to call it towards Alice, and she will, soften up a bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because that seems to always be going on.
Because, that definitely happens.
Right. Also, I thought Alice was, more, badass, but she kind of turned into, some...
No, she's just another, weak anime girl.
Right.
Who loses her, independence and needs that man to be there.
Right. That was so... Okay, we'll get to it. We'll get to the climbing bit. Don't worry. That was insane. Kirito's the best gymnast ever, along with the best balance ever, along with everything. He's the best at everything. Why do I even question this man anymore?
So yeah, a lot of it is just discussion here at the beginning. Basically arguing kind of about justice and who determines the law and rule and stuff. Because Kirito's like, screw the Axiom Church if they allow nobles to rape women. And then she's like, no, law is law. But also at the same time later, she's like, oh, fuck those nobles. I'm not like them.
Right. This is what's weird to me about the Integrity Knights. They seem to prioritize their own honor and nobility over their mission, right? Which to me, because even her, she's like she could have easily just taken Kirito out with herself, which would be do the mission. But she's also like, oh, I'm gonna spare you for now, and then I'll kill you later, which is obviously a lie. But it seems like they always question, unless it's supposed to be like that. But in my mind, when they were like, oh, they brainwashed them to, be these knights, I was thinking, oh, they were told to do this duty and to always do it. But I guess it's not like that. Because every knight we've seen has, broken down in some way. Some way they have faltered rather quickly, to be honest. One little talk and they're like, wow, my eyes are open. It's like, okay, I guess they're supposed to be like that, but it doesn't feel as... It just feels like, okay, I guess they're not as cool as I thought, or you built them up to be. They seem not, really these cool knights. They just seem like people with swords that you can just talk out of their job.
Yeah, apparently because Kirito basically considered, oh, you have to live because you have to stop Yu-Gi-Oh, who's inside. But it's like, well, there's another Integrity Knight even higher up,
right?
Than the captain and stuff. And it's like, if there's anyone else there, she should believe, oh, they can stop Yu-Gi-Oh. She should be able to stop, Kirito fairly easily. I mean, she has to sacrifice her own life, but it seems like if you had to for justice, that should be something the knights would be willing to do.
That's always the impression I got, since they were literally brainwashed to be these knights, but they seem to also just, I guess, still have their own. I don't know.
And I guess the outside of the wall is just much stronger than the inside of the wall. Because she even says, oh, the outside has this insane health and regeneration and stuff like that. But I guess on the inside it doesn't have those capabilities, considering they blew out a hole pretty easily.
Right. I mean, we know the hole was just to put them in this predicament.
But they can shove the wedges in from the outside. I don't know.
This is where the whole, authority level items. Apparently you can use a little metal rod and it goes through this infinite healing wall, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. We also learned dragons can't go above the 30th floor because administrator put kind of restriction on dragons.
Yeah, like a curse or something. Something. She did something to restrict it.
But their goal is to get to the 99th floor, which is kind of like a open floor. So it's their way in. Easiest way in. I do want to say, we also get the most random... Let's go back to the real world
Yeah.
with Asuna, just to mention how there's an escort ship that veered off course. It's like, wow, okay, that's needed.
Right. It was kind of like...
At the moment, no context. Like, why does it need an escort ship anyway in the first place? It's a giant turtle thing.
Right. It was kind of... It felt... I'm sure we'll get context later, but like in this episode, it just felt like, oh, hey, look at this. Okay, see you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, don't forget Asuna's waiting.
Right, don't forget Asuna's still a character, even though we shove her to the side all the time. Just like we're shoving everyone else to the side.
Yeah, just there. Then we went back to climbing, and up we find out that there's like gargoyle statues, a soulless, that were actually dark territory monsters.
Right. Can I just say, this climbing is so ridiculous to me. Like, he stabs it, flips himself up, perfectly balances himself, and then pulls up Alice. He's going to do that for like, what, 15 or so floors?
They were
on the 80th, and they need to get to like the 95th or something?
I think it was 85th, and they're trying to get to 99th, because the gargoyles were around the 85th and 90th floor.
He needs to go like 10 plus floors. It just looks comical to me. Also, Alice is apparently a helpless child now. That's cool, I guess.
She did. I mean, when she saw the dark territory monsters, like, again, she kind of broke down, was all scared, and then Kirito had to like pull her up and out of it and stuff before they could. Because she's like, and then this is where she starts like question herself. She's like, "Oh, these must have been placed by the high authority. There's no way they were just here the whole time without anyone knowing."
Right.
And she did start to get like a little bit of her memories back, but not too much because it didn't like fully break her.
Right.
And I do like. I don't know. When she hands him the handkerchief, she's like, "Oh, wash it before I slay you." Bitch, you said you were going to slay him as soon as you got into the tower. How are you going to be like, get in the tower? No. Go wash it, please.
I can already... Obviously, she's already softened up to Kirito. I mean, I guess you can argue, oh, he saved her life. But if she wanted to, she could have killed them both. You know? Like, it's not like he went out of it. He was hanging off the edge, too.
And she saved him. She didn't have to.
Right. Like,
again, that's, I guess, honor trumps their
That's what
justice.
I'm saying. They have like their own personal honor that overrides everything, even their brainwashed duties. That's what, to me, it's like, why? She was told to kill them, and then now she's like, I changed my mind because he said a couple words and he saved me.
Because it's Kirito.
It just feels...
he's so dreamy.
But, like, to me... It feels forced. The wall explodes for no reason. Oh, it'd be much better to me if they're like going at it during a fight and then they're trying to talk her memories into her, you know? They're fight. Yeah. Maybe Yujiro gets a big injury and then it kind of triggers something. That would make more sense.
Emotional.
Right. Not oh, let's hang here. Let's hang here for 10 minutes and we're going to talk. All right. Let me do my gymnastics up this goddamn wall. It feels so... like, well, I was watching, I was like, are we really... Is this really what's going on? Like, he's really just... Whoop, 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 whoop. It's just kind of silly to me. I don't know. I feel like it was poorly handled. It was obviously just to get them alone, him saving her. And it felt in a weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
I mean, if they wanted to involve these... dark creatures, why wouldn't they just, you know, put Alice on the outside floor and maybe those dark creatures come in during their fight and then maybe that's when she starts questioning things. Like,
yeah, I agree. That's kind of, and I don't know. I feel like, she could have dropped Kirito, had him die, and then she could have just went down the tower on her own. I mean, granted, she might have, maybe her dragon was nearby, where if she reached the 30th floor, the dragon could have came in and swooped her or something, right? And then boom, she kills Kirito, she lives.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just kind of, yeah, it's definitely weird.
Yeah.
And then we get, snippets of Yu-Gi-Oh! He's at the 90th floor, and now he's going to have to fight some dude.
Do you think he's going to beat this guy 1v1 with no interference?
Oh, with no interference.
Okay, this is my issue with this.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to have to, or at some point, he has to get to the 99th floor to meet Kirito and Alice. So, and I'm going to guess they're going to do some weird thing where they meet at the same time. So, I'm going to say Yu-Gi-Oh! Wins.
Okay, this is actually the thing about this. I'm not going to like it if he wins 1v1 against the head Integrity Knight by himself. That would just, to me...
Well, I don't know if that's the head one.
Or at least, well, from what we've seen,
the point is
the higher you go, the stronger they are.
They...
So if he beats this guy, I'm going to feel like, okay, you built up these Integrity Knights for nothing. If some two random swordsmen from this, sword academy, who weren't even the top two, might I add, can just beat all of them. I'm also not going to like it if Kirito has to come save him, because then it's like, well, Kirito has to do everything. So I don't even know what I'd like. I don't even know what I'd like, how they'll handle this. Are they going to have Alice, fight him? She's going to turn and be like, oh, I'm going to fight him. You guys go on.
What's that? All right, Yu-Gi-Oh! And this guy blow out a hole in the wall right next to Kirito and Alice. They get back in the tower. And then they interfere.
I don't know what's going to go on. Because he looks like he's going to mess Yu-Gi-Oh's, mess him up easily.
Yeah.
Just the way, they presented him. Just battle scars everywhere. He's taking a bath. He's like, hold your ass. I'm not done. It just feels like, it's like, all right, this guy means business. But I don't know. I don't know how they're going to handle it. Okay.
Well, that does it for the episode. You want to jump this ridiculous score?
Sure. I'll say 3.5. I don't know, actually. When I think about it, I'm like, what are the positives of this episode? I don't really find any. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, I know what you're saying.
I guess we see more of Alice, but she doesn't seem the character as she was presented as this. Okay, so
yeah, it's I feel like they kind of more or so started to ruin her character the more it went on.
Right, exactly. Okay, things I did not like. The obvious blowhole in the wall, I mentioned this earlier, that was clearly just happened to get them out there, to get Kirito to show he will save her, and then that's to, I guess, question her or trust Kirito more or soften up. Okay, during that, Alice turns into a helpless damsel in distress. This badass knight who's on the 80th floor just turns into a coward of everything. I'm not saying people can't be afraid of things, but why was she so helpless? If she's brainwashed, don't you think they get rid of her fears too? Or her memories deleted? Oh, you're afraid of heights? Not anymore. You forgot that. I just don't like how it's oh, Kirito literally had to do everything. Summon the thing, stick it into the wall, loop-de-loop up, pull her up, repeat, repeat, repeat. Oh, he also has a plan where he's just going to toss her like an Olympic event up 5 floors. I also it just feels not a natural way to get Alice back on their side. And it's just kind of lame. They're just hanging there with they look ridiculous. And they're just talking. Why can't they do this? Why couldn't they do this during the fight? Why couldn't they have emotional stuff going on during a fight? I was hyped for this fight. It turned into nothing. It turned into a hole just pops open, drags them out. The hole was just to force Yu-Gi-Oh on his own and force Kirito to soften up Alice. Really? We built up this just for that? I beg that they get a rematch, and I beg that she actually takes it seriously, but I don't think we will. We might get a rematch, but she might take it easy on him. I don't know. I just did not like it.
I agree. I'll give it a 3. I feel like anything, it should have been Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice.
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh, the one that grew up with her, has the feelings for her, all this stuff.
And like,
why does it have to be Kirito?
And like in
why
this
does he have to do it?
Time, because remember earlier in the show, Yu-Gi-Oh didn't like really remember Kirito.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's the same for Alice. So she would have no idea who he is. It would make more sense with Yu-Gi-Oh.
But remember, Kirito, the Women's Slayer of Hearts, right?
Like, he has to do anything. If you wanted the whole hole in the wall, why didn't you just have it blow Kirito out and have Yu-Gi-Oh with Alice? Then they could have, fought. Then he could have actually brought her back. But the way they're just going about it just feels dumb. From what all we know, and like we know how to get the Integrity Knights, like at least memories jogged. We know like Yu-Gi-Oh has a connection with Alice.
And Yu-Gi-Oh has the knife, but the way it's going is they don't need the knife.
Right,
Kirito's just gonna bring her back.
They had a plan. This is, I guess, I don't like about the show. It like presents problems, and like we know the solution, and then it just does something random. It's like, all right, or like, hey, we'll present these knights as badasses, but literally all of them hate their job. Apparently, they all question it as soon as they can.
This guy's evil.
Right.
Oh, he doesn't seem evil.
Right.
Like,
the first intruder to like ever enter that tower, they all just get along with. By the way, there's an ambush, and by the way,
duels. We haven't finished our duel. We got a duel.
Right.
Duel.
I feel like they can handle this much better. That's the thing. I feel like
they could have. Yeah.
Well, I know they could have. I presented one that's not even the best, but it's better than that. It's better than watching him. Climb a wall. What is this? What? Is this like some mountain climbing movie? What happened? Oh well. It's spiel time. I'm done ranting, I guess. It's spiel time. People hate me. I ranted about SAO.
As always, if you don't want to be blown out a hole, be sure to hit the like and subscribe. Notification bell to be notified every time we upload. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought this episode. We didn't like, we scored it, anything like that. And until the next rant, peace out.
See ya.